Hello. For this video, I want to give my thoughts on and rank Ben 10 aliens from the original to Omniverse. Ben 10 has been a series I've loved since day one, so there's a lot to think about with these aliens. Their powers, usefulness, lore, ultimates, etc. For me, it'll mostly boil down to the vibe. How do I feel when Ben becomes these aliens? Let's get started. Heat Blast. Great design, iconic as Ben's first alien, and also just the variety of his powers. Blasting ice when sick, absorbing the fire around him, and gliding as he rides on comets. Easy A. Wildmutt. He's my least favorite of the original 10, but the older I get, the more I appreciate him. He's not great in a fight, but being a tracker makes him useful in those cases, and as one of Ben's only quadrupedal aliens, I like his design, so the first C. Diamond Head. Versatile, strong, looks great, one of his most popular aliens, objective A. Accelerate. Ben's speedster alien, another easy A. If it wasn't obvious, I love the classics. Gray Matter. I like the original music for him. Lore's pretty cool. Design's weird in a good way. I do wish that Ben used Gray Matter's smarts more often, but he does bring home the idea of usefulness outside of combat. First B tier. Forearms, now on the opposite side of the spectrum. Ben's first brawler alien. A really cool physique. You don't see too many multi-armed characters outside of Hindu mythology. Admittedly, not much to him besides strength. Solid B. Stinkfly, Ben's first real flying alien. I know he's not popular, but B tier. His smell, anatomy, and the slime shot from his eyes and mouth are all so weird in a good way. The desperate struggle to use him is always great to see, and I love insects. Ripjaws, cool design, and one of Ben's only aliens, gray underwater. Keyword, underwater. Despite having legs, he can't breathe within seconds on dry land. Still, B tier. Upgrade. The power to hijack machinery is cool. The voice going through a speaker and its lore is unique. You don't see too much of him outside of episodes without machines, but still, B. Ghost Freak. Pretty good. It's creepy. Escaping the Omnitrix is cool. Going intangible is rare among Ben's other aliens. I don't see why it's not B tier. Cannonballs, the first addition to the original 10, easily one of the most beloved ones here. Instant A. Imagine if Bouncing Boy from the 60s was an alien and not a complete joke, if anyone knows who that is. Wildvine. I like the head emerging from the flytrap, the wrinkles, and him swinging from the vines. Admittedly, not incredible, but I see. Upchuck, A tier. It's a fun alien that's weirdly powerful because it can eat anything except real food. Spitter. I like how weird his design is, but he only has one real appearance. Like, he shows up, spits once, and then is never seen again. Still, he's a C. Buzzshock. This is the first D tier one here. I prefer the villain as this alien more than Ben. He doesn't interest me, and Omniverse's design makes it worse. There, he's just a battery with limbs. Arctigoana. C tier. Ice Breath isn't incredible, but I like the design. His ultimate is pretty good too. I forgot to mention, for context, Ben's watch gains the ability to evolve his aliens in the third series. Most of them were a mixed bag. You won't really see more of them until I get to Alien Force. Blitzwolfer, Frankenstrike, and Snarrow, the Halloween trio. I'm not the biggest fan of them. Blitzwolfer is C tier. I like the anatomy of his mouth and how different it is from normal werewolves. Frankenstrike, I don't know, maybe it's the pants, maybe it's that he's too human with machines. He's another one where I prefer the villain over Ben being the alien, D tier. Then there's Snarrow, he's just a worse Wildvine, another D. Eye Guy, a pretty alright alien. He shoots lasers from his many eyes and can track smells. His ears remind me of the clickers from The Last of Us. C tier. Way big. Yes, he earns an A based on size alone. Anytime he's being used, it's an event. Ditto. He's okay. He's one of Ben's more chill and comedic aliens. Cloning is cool, and he's apparently not a reference to Animaniacs. Like, even the wiki acknowledges this. So yeah, C tier. Alright, on to Alien Force. The first few new aliens share the powers of the classics while yelling out their names now. Swampfire. He's basically Wildvine and Heat Blast mixed together. Awesome powers, great voice, tied to one of Ben 10's greatest episodes, Easy A. Echo. It's hard to do the voice. He's basically Blitzwolfer and Ditto combined. Good powers. I'm not in love with the design, but has the best ultimate form in the series, or at least the most improvements. That alone raised it to a B for me. Humongosaur. He's Alien Force's brawler, and I like him in spite of his flaws. His earlier concept art is more interesting. I feel like besides the long neck, his shape is kind of basic. His ultimate is great, but I hate that it can shoot missiles, and he lost the power to grow in Omniverse. But still, he's a cool, big dinosaur guy. B tier. Jetray. A fast flyer and being able to breathe in space and underwater is cool. Shooting lasers, not so much. I don't mind aliens shooting elements or something biological, but having missiles and lasers just feels like a firearm. I don't know, it just feels lazy. Jetray's more for traversal than combat. I don't feel too strongly about him. C tier. Big. Chill. Ghost Freak mixed with Arctiguana. Again, I love bugs. The cloak doubling as his wings is nice. His ultimate isn't terrible. High B tier. Chroma Stone. Okay, that was the best one. No more after that. He looks fine. It's nice seeing a pink color scheme. I like the lore of him basically being Diamond Head's Adam and Eve. They try to imply this by giving them similar rock colors. The energy absorption is good, but he's just not as cool as Diamond Head to me. C tier. Brainstorm. I do like that he can calculate the physics of an object just by looking at it, but I can't enjoy him. I mean, just look at him. He's so stiff with the exposed brain. D tier. I prefer the villain as this one. Spider Monkey. I don't care that he's not a heavy hitter. I love the spider webs and how he moves. The ultimate is great too in Omniverse. He's O to B. Goop, I don't like him either. I know he's overpowered, like he held together a planet, but the little UFO disappears whenever it's a problem. He's not really cool, cute, or weird. Yeah, D again. Alien X, easily one of Ben's best. The voices debating on his choices were interesting, and I think the omnipotence elevates Ben's character. People debating on how powerful he is annoys me, but he's still an A. Lodestar, he's the magnet guy. Not incredible, not bad, C tier. Nanomech, a one-off alien from a Ben 10 direct-to-TV movie. His powers nor his design interest me, the first F tier. As the series progresses, I start to dislike more of them. Wrath, admittedly one note, he's a fun brawler based on American wrestlers. He uses Hulk Hogan's catchphrase, his ultimate is great, he's canonically naked, B tier. Up next, the Andromeda 5, Terraspin, Water Hazard, Armadillo, Amphibian, and NRG. I find none of them interesting except Armadillo. I like his color scheme and Ben doesn't have too many aliens that can dig. He gets a C and everybody else is D. Clockwork. I like that he can slow down and see past events as if they're there. It makes him useful for detective work. His design is good. He's pretty strong with one of the few robotic aliens I like. He's a B. Fast Track. Accelerate but worse in every way. He's slower, weaker, and with a worse design that's too human. F tier. A great design I saw of this was from a fan comic called 5YL. Chameleon. He's just a chameleon alien. He has a good episode behind him, but he looks so flat. Real life reptiles look more alien than him. F tier. Shock Squatch. Growing up, I fell asleep and missed the crossover events that revealed this one. It's another brawler that can shoot lightning. I like it, especially the original version with the hooves. B tier. Edel. I love bugs, but still, he's a less fun, weaker, slower Upchuck. Even with Omniverse's great redesign, I don't feel too strongly. C tier. Jury Rig. Him putting together random machines to make weapons or cars is just a worse upgrade, but he is fun. C tier. Feedback. He's kind of the Lucario of Ben's arsenal. He was made to be cool, and that kind of spoils it for me. Still, this was Ben's first and only alien to have died, and redirecting energy is great. B tier. Blocks. I like that he's a gorilla, but I don't like that he's made up of Legos. He's not terrible, but I'm not a fan. D tier. Gravitack. Gravity's kind of overpowered, and I like his ultimate more than his base form. Another B. Crash Hopper, easily my top 10. I love insects, the design is great, and his power focuses on something almost no other alien uses to fight, his legs. Him launching himself is always great. A+. Ball Weevil. I prefer his earlier concept name more as Collectaball. Still, I like that his power is weird. It's a giant ball that traps enemies. It kind of reminds me of Katamari, if anyone knows what game that is. Just an out-of-left-field alien in a good way. B tier. Walkatrow. I get it that it has slippery skin, but he's just a fish with legs. He's that one joke. He can't even swim. Darwin from Gumball is better than this guy. D tier. Pesky Dust. Making his enemies sleep is busted. His design doesn't interest me. D tier. Mole Stash. Not strong, but his stash can fight and fly. That's fun. Instancy. The worst. I weirdly like him. His voice is cool, and him being while being useless in a fight is interesting to me. The worst is not the worst. C tier. Kickenhawk. Decent design, not interesting to me. D tier. Topic. He's really ugly and he scares people. That's it. His entire gimmick is just a part of Ghost Freak. I don't like him. Another F. Astrodactyl. I hate that he has a jetpack when he already has wings. He shoots lasers for some reason. The energy whips confuse me more than impress. Another F. Bullfrag. He's cool. I like the invasion story with him and the incursions. He's basically Kickenhawk but better. C tier. Vampire. He looks more like Batman Beyond than an actual vampire. Forget him. I like that the 5YL leaned more into bats for his redesign. Still F tier. Gutrock. An alien based off of Coughing from Pokemon. I like his powers, not his design. The purple rocks should be a lot more pronounced. His green jumpsuit makes sense, but it takes up too much space. D tier. Alright, the final alien for Omniverse, Atomics. I like his goofy Superman voice. His powers are pretty strong. I don't like his design. Next to Gutrock, they look too similar in shape. His pinhead looks dumb. He looks like a transformer. Why does he have two Omnitrix symbols? D tier. And here's the tier list. Calculating their tiers based on GPAs, Original is the highest with a 2.68. Alien Force was a close second with 2.38. Ultimate waned in quality with a 1.45, not including Ultimates and redesigns. Omniverse, despite having more Ds and Fs, grew in quality with a 1.56. C tier and up were aliens I truly enjoyed, which applies to most of them, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.